And before moving forward with this presentation, I really have to spotlight Manly P. Hall's quote once again: when the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. And this goes back to a presentation I made many years ago, not only on 4th of July, the occultic side of 4th of July, but also the bell. But again, signs and symbols. Every aspect of what you see here, there's a meaning. Nothing in here is thrown in on random. And of course, you have the red and the blue, just like I showed previously with the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, and her nurse with the Masonic belt buckle. Again, as you can see, the Masonic square and compass with Polaris, the pole star, and the star itself. Getting back to this firework box, again, the bell. When I first researched into symbolism years ago, and I saw the bell dead center within the star, and basically, again, research needs to be done to really understand all the symbolism that's being displayed here. And going back in time, bell, which signifies Lord or Master in Akkad, Assyria, and Babylon. So again, decoding everything that's presented in symbolism is key to understanding this world system. So again, when you see the bell within the star, it signifies this is their Lord. And again, in our society, the star symbol is the most prevalent symbolism. As you can see here, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And you can see here underneath the star itself, it has the pyramid symbolism. And of course, the Walk of Fame in Hollywood, of course. Hollywood, it all has to do with witchcraft, with the ancient druids making witches' wands and magic wands out of the holly tree. That's how you get Hollywood magic. And again, getting back on topic with the bell itself. And again, with bell signifying Lord or Master, it's going to be crystal clear, just like you have during the Olympics and these ceremonies. And they prominently display the bell for all to see. And people have no idea what this is all about. And of course, you see all the pyramid symbolism around the stadium in London. This is from 2012. And what does this remind you of? Moving up here a bit, just like when it comes to AC/DC and Hell's Bell, as you can see here, hanging over, just like a star, just like Polaris, for all to see. And these concepts, again, are not pulled out of thin air. Definitely the importance of the bell symbolism, again, signifying their Lord above all. Just like you see here in, again, the purple color, all to do with witchcraft and royalty. And taking a look here at this image of this limited edition collectible set of the Hell's Bell itself. And you have the lightning bolt symbolism as well, where it states in Luke chapter 10, verse 18, and he said unto them, this is Jesus, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So again, the symbolism is so key, so very important. I can't stress that enough. And when it comes to Hell's Bell itself, it is 33 numerology, as you can see here as well. Just like the devil is 33, and in Spanish, El Diablo is 33. So, you know, it's this world system based on the numbers. And that's obviously because we live in a one world government system currently. To talk about the new world order, actually, it's the old world order. They've always been working together as one. It's just not for all to see just yet. That will be happening for all to see in the future. Now, moving along here, the importance, again, of the bell when it comes to Freemasonry, which is nothing more than Satanism in disguise. As you can see here, the Brotherhood of the Bell. And you see the Masonic bell and the pole star up above. And that gets into our society, where they implement their concepts in plain sight, and the general public has no idea what's going on. Just like this XFL team from years ago, the San Francisco Demons at Pac Bell Park. So again, you have the demons, you have them playing at Pac Bell Park. Very interesting. And the concept which I showed before in previous videos of Saved by the Bell. And you see the 666 symbolism here, the spiral. And Saved by the Bell basically means saved by their Lord, not the Lord Jesus Christ, but their Lord. So this is definitely mockery, and more mockery in plain sight, as you see here with the actors from the TV show. As you can see here, the 666 sign for all to see. Just as you see all these other puppets in the music industry and in Hollywood, obviously they're told to do this knowingly or unknowingly, and it's all about serving the one-eyed god, Lucifer. We'll get into more of that in a bit. But first off, again, getting back to Saved by the Bell and the concept of doing things in reverse. And this is from Crowley. It goes back further to Eliphas Levi. Let him train himself to think backwards by the external means as set forth here following. Let him learn how to write backwards, walk backwards, listen to phonographic records in reverse, speaking backwards, read backwards. They say the Lord's Prayer backwards in the Satanic Church. So that gets back to Saved by the Bell and their theme song. Just take a listen to the lyrics, and absolutely no way this is just some coincidence. Take a listen.
It's alright, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
Now in reverse. And again, this definitely all comes together with Saved by the Bell, which is their Lord. So connecting all the pieces together, it's very obvious what is happening here. And again, getting back to the whole concept of Crowley's law of reversal and the aspect of walking backwards. So when you see music videos going back in time with Michael Jackson, and he's doing the backslide, and there's the concept again of walking backwards that's implemented, and very few are going to understand this on the why things are done in society. Just like when you watch movies, the concept of doing things in reverse, such as this movie scene from the 1980 Flash Gordon movie with Colitis, and you see the almost like Masonic symbolism, basically two chevrons, which are 33, dual 33s in plain sight. But what I'm getting at here is when Colitis, with his hourglass and the sands are running up. This is again the law of reversal in plain sight for all to see in movies. And people do not understand these concepts that are presented in plain sight. Now, again, getting back to the whole bell symbolism in society, of course, the infamous Taco Bell, and you see the definite Masonic square and compass in plain sight. And I find it interesting. There would be your pole star, and it's illuminated on top. And of course, Taco Bell, it appears to be that sort of reptilian eye within the bell itself. And this is obviously displayed for all to see in society, and people don't see what's right in front of them. One thing I found interesting, that founded Taco Bell, his name is Glenn Bell. And Glenn Bell just always beat 33 in numerology. What an amazing coincidence. And it should be obvious for all to see that all these big-time players in the world stage are Masons, and their companies are Masonically owned by symbolism alone. It's not by chance or coincidence, definitely. And it kind of reminds me of Roddy Piper on Twitter when he said, "They Live" is a documentary, and you see all the billboards in "They Live," as I shown at the end of every video presentation. And you look at this, and you see people walking the street having no idea what's right in front of them with Taco Bell, and even getting a closer look here, their one-eyed god symbolism in plain sight. Again, this is used knowingly or unknowingly by people. This concept of the one eye has definitely been popularized. And again, people are using this symbolism without knowing what it really means. Now to move forward again, getting back to Taco Bell, and they had this commercial called basically Bell Illuminati. And again, just more mockery in plain sight with the Bell symbolism and Bell Illuminati. And of course, millions upon millions of people see this and think it's some kind of joke, but definitely they love to put the truth in plain sight in a mocking way. Now, moving forward to another aspect of our society, the so-called truth speakers, such as Art Bell, as you see here, of course, showing his allegiance through signs and symbols with the skull and bones, which is, of course, a Freemasonic enterprise. And just take a look here at Art Bell's logo. The one-eyed god in the sky and the devil's tail symbolism. And definitely what it comes down to, they're controlling every aspect of the matrix, having so-called truth speakers under their wing as well. And this is how you control a matrix. And obviously pushing someone with the name Bell. And I found this interesting from several years back before he supposedly passed away. You see him here holding up a vote receipt. So you have a so-called truth speaker basically saying votes count. And he has a little sticker on his shirt, I voted. So again, controlling each side of each debate in this matrix, this paradigm we're living in. And again, through signs and symbols. He's telling you who he is affiliated with. And you see here the CIA, which I showed earlier in this presentation. The Polaris star for all to see. How everything's interconnected. You put all the pieces together, it's going to be very obvious what is happening on the world stage. And one thing I find interesting as well when it comes to Art Bell, he was born Arthur Bell. Arthur Bell is 33 numerology. Just an amazing world we're living in. When you dissect it all and you break it all down, it's really unbelievable. Now, another side of the spectrum when it comes to the religious aspect, the Vatican and Pope Francis with the bell or their Lord in plain sight. As you see here, the bell again, and this ceremony with new 9 bells for Notre Dame. And definitely that number 9 is very significant. Let's take a look here at the satanic ritual performed by Anton LaVey. The hymn to Satan, LaVey picks up a large brass bell, waves it over the altar to sanctify it, and slowly revolves it counterclockwise. Like I mentioned earlier, Satanists do things in opposites. Before his followers, his cape billows around his feet as he turns. He rings the bell 9 times, Satan's number. So again, they're all on the same team working together, deceiving the masses. They control the churches. They control the politicians. They control Hollywood. They control it all. And no doubt about it, when it comes to the Vatican, Pope Francis, and all of them, we know who they serve, and that is the serpent, as you can see, the serpent's eye and the serpent's head. Again, symbolism is key to this world, to understanding. And if people do not understand the importance of symbolism after seeing this presentation, there's really no hope for you. Absolutely not. And again, the number 9, the significance, just like when it comes to the Beatles, the number 9, revolution number 9. And of course, a Tavistock production. And you see with this one record in the inside, the inner circle, and the spiral symbolism, and the 666 hidden in plain sight. And when you flip over the album itself, 666, just with one Beatle in particular, all of them involved. As you can see here, George Harrison with Cloud 9. And you see here John Lennon with the 3 and 3 stripes with this U.S. Army jacket. And obviously the star symbolism as well.
I am the eye in the sky. I am the maker of